I have been meaning to make this video forever, and now I have a really good reason to, because my belly is all kinds of messed up. It's been on my list because I've been taking Aviva Rom's herbal medicine for women class for about a year or so. Before she even goes into botanicals specifically for gynecology and women's health, she talks about digestion, which of course is huge. Digestion really is the root of all health imbalance. It's getting a lot of attention lately from all of the health gurus and health coaches, and everybody's really come to see digestion as the pathway to greater mental health and skincare. Whole foods movement is really seated in digestion, and so I want to talk about it. I've been wanting to talk about it anyway, but now I'm having all these weird symptoms, and I was going to be going on a cut after vacation anyway, but now I need to really go on a program. So really what this video is about, I'm going to take a seat, is a very systematic approach to healing your digestion, getting your digestive health restored and repaired. And it's something that Aviva talks about in her course, but you can find resources on this approach in lots of other places, and it's called the 4R system. First, I want to walk you through what each of the 4 R's are. I'm going to be making more videos for each of the steps as I go through them. I'm probably going to start sometime next week. I still need to sit down and really hash out my my diet and my food list and all of that stuff. I've never been on a restricted diet. I've only just in the last year have been exercising and focused on fitness. With that has come food. I'm one of those people that has maintained a steady weight, being able to eat whatever I want, but now I think that my gut is really paying for it. We'll get into all the physiology of it as we go along. The reason this stuff is so important, though, is because digestion, like I said, it really is the seed of all imbalance. So your digestion, it metabolizes your hormones, which is why it's so related to your endocrine system and your nervous system and your neurology. Of course, you know, it's how you receive nourishment and hydration. It's also how you process toxins, along with your hepatic system. And elimination is a huge part of being able to get all of our environmental exposures out. So our digestion really has to be healthy. It's something that really can be healed if you take a good approach and you start from the bottom up. The first R is remove. And this has to do with elimination. And I don't just mean an elimination diet, that's what this step entails, but it's all about getting your body's elimination, your bowel movements and everything else back to where it needs to be. You should be having a normal bowel movement every day. Ideally, and this is kind of an Ayurvedic principle, ideally you would have a formed normal bowel movement every morning upon awakening without any coffee or tobacco involved, before you have any oral intake besides water. When you're doing the elimination diet, you're cutting things out that might be triggers for you personally, along with all the common triggers like dairy, soy, wheat, gluten, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, etc. Replace is the next R, and that has to do with replacing digestive enzymes. This happens about 2 to 4 weeks after you begin your elimination diet. When you get to about week 2 or 3 of that, then you'll move on to replace. So that's when you're taking some kind of enzymatic product, and I can share what I'm going to be using when we get to that step in a future video. Third R is reinoculate, and that's with probiotics. So you're reintroducing healthy bacteria into the gut. And then, of course, we have to heal the intestinal lining, and that's step 4, and that is repair. So that's when we're going to be introducing botanicals and really soothing herbs to heal that lining, bring back those epithelial cells and that intestinal wall, so that none of the things that we're reintroducing back into our diet as a trial get through our digestive system into our bloodstream, which is the root of a lot of autoimmune disease and disorders. Those are 4 R's. Remove, that's your elimination diet. Replace with enzymes. Reinoculate with your probiotics, and repair the intestinal lining with botanicals. I'm going to be doing it. I think I'm going to start next week. I'm not sure. I really need to get it together. I am working overtime for the next 2 weeks, just coming off vacation, have a lot of school stuff, so I need to spend the next week deciding exactly how this is going to look, but I'm going to document it along the way. I want you to come along with me. If you are interested in following along, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, make sure you share it with people in your life who are dealing with any kind of digestive stuff or have expressed an interest or sharing stuff along this vein, because there's a lot of information on the internet now. What I fail to see is really, like I said, a systematic approach to doing this by yourself or at home or with the guidance of a health coach or a naturopath or herbalist. So I want this to be as accessible as possible and teach you guys how to do this as I do it along the way. Ciao. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.